Yo, from Kenya, East Africa, MORAA speaking truth. You feel me? Time to clear the air, set things straight.
Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing great. Now the travel commando has been home for a very long time. You know, when I say home, I mean Kenya, Africa. He has only been to 2 continents this year, South America and Africa. I heard him say that that is very unusual because he normally crisscrosses, many continents in a year. But he said that this year he is going to finish it, here in Africa. His in-laws are coming to visit. So this is a good year. And while he was at home, guys, he has done a lot of projects. He has helped out in a lot of projects, just advising here and there, overseeing projects, DeeMwango's project. He has been to Davy Jnr's project. He has done Brian's project. And for me, guys, this is the biggest project that he has done, while he was home. But then again, guys, this is not like the biggest project. Okay, let me say this. Let me put it this way. This is the biggest project, a tangible project. Otherwise, for me, the biggest project, guys, is Brian himself. Brian as an individual, Brian as a human being, Brian as a child, Brian as a school-going boy. To me, this is the best project that MORAA has done. MORAA took this guy, this boy, who was labeled a thief, which is true, guys. He stole. So when people call him a thief, or rather when people called him a thief at that particular time, there was nothing wrong with that because he had stolen, guys. I'm saying this because I remember the lessons are coming out. Oh, they're calling this boy a thief. The boy had stolen. And what do you call somebody who steals or somebody who has stolen from you? That is a thief. Even in the court of law, they'll be, if they are taken there, they're going to be accused of theft. So, guys, for me, I feel like the major project is Brian. Guys, Brian has come from school. And I have watched a video by Robbie David. And I was so touched. I was so happy. I was so impressed. Because I saw 𝐒𝐍𝐿, I saw Brian. They have come from school. I saw their report forms, their performance. They're trying, guys. I saw Brian just being this nice kid, playing with, being on his tablet. Guys, God bless MORAA. Because this kid would have languished in prison. Because if he would not have been caught stealing from MORAA, he would have continued stealing elsewhere. And who knows how he would have ended up. Maybe in jail, or maybe worse, in the grave. This boy has been given a second chance, courtesy of MORAA. Guys, I was so excited to see them go Chacha Tales, Robbie David, and, Brian and 𝐒𝐍𝐿. Guys, let us watch them.
Bunch. Yeah, so, guys, you can see how the boys are motivated, the improvement of everything. You can see they have been, this is the school fees structure, but, for next year. Yeah, so Chacha, you have here some of your responsibility. They have come back with the school fees structure and everything. Oh, you'll be going for a tuition? Oh, yeah, the teacher recommended for a tuition. So you'll start going for a tuition. So, 𝐒𝐍𝐿 will be staying here?
No.
Oh, yeah, just come for a visit. Yeah, so, guys, this is it. It is a very good improvement of everything, and I think they're doing something great. Maybe you can get a recommendation from Chacha about their performance.
Yeah, their performance is very well. You are all doing well, Brian. Yes. Sasa mkaze to kamba, telling them to keep
Work hard. Yeah.
Because once the next time when you come, at least let these improve from 35 to 50. Just an improvement. And Masegeso, this is excellent.
Masegeso is gonna be a best student.
Masegeso is gonna
imagine
be the best.
He has improved
from 220 to 500. He has doubled the marks.
Everything more than
everything.
doubling.
Everything is above average.
Yeah.
And for Brian, this is also above average. Also, you need also to go for tuition.
And you remember the way the time we went there, the class teacher to them said that Masegeso was in a very bad condition, especially mathematics. The teacher claimed that Masegeso couldn't be able to give an answer of 2 times 2. But let's see what he has performed in mathematics, from 23% to 60%. That is more than double. And Goko is saying she always pray for them. Wanga na waombea sana. Yeah, so that is it. There is their performance and everything, and I recommend them as the best performance. Yeah, so let's just pray.
They've been given these are parents and guardians newsletter.
Yeah.
And also they have a
school fee structure and the results.
So is mpatie Goko.
So we're being told that Masegeso performed very well. And Brian tried also. But we should remember, guys, that Brian was out of school for quite some time. So, of course, this was going to affect his performance, you know. And as he continues being in school, he's going to catch up. And he is also going to be performing very, very well. I mean, that's my belief, you know. And Brian, Masegeso, keep doing what you're doing, study hard, you know, and focus on school. And also something else, guys, you know, this Brian, even when he was in school before, you never know what was like disturbing him, you know, mentally. Maybe he is thinking of their home, you know, things are not so well with him, you know. So you never know like what really was going through his mind. But right now that he has found this family, you know, this big family that loves him, that is close to him, that cares about him, you know, and he knows that MORAA got his back. He, you know, he feels like he's also someone. He feels the love. And so, you know, that also helps, you know, somebody to just be a better person in life, you know. So I believe that, you know, God is going to help them to stay in school. They are going to continue working hard. And Brian and Masegeso, remember that the sky is no longer the limit. You know, you guys can go even way beyond the sky. You know, congratulations, boys, as you at home, help Goko, you know, here and there with house chores sometimes. And just be there for Goko, you know. Make her happy. Talking about making Goko happy, guys, I saw your YouTube shorts whereby Goko is getting down. Guys, let us take a look. Hey, Goko unazikwenda. Guys, I have seen a video by Masubo Zero, and he has come out to talk about this issue of Brian Vapor, you know, as being, you know, a scam. Remember, Brian Vapor had a problem in his head whereby Davy Jnr. took him to hospital. He had surgery, and he has come out. They are doing his house. You know, everything is moving smoothly. And before this, before Masubo Zero said this, I had this Max Zero coming out to talk about this, talking about he needs to see the scar, he needs evidence, he needs proof, he needs to know for sure that this guy was in hospital, that he was treated for this head injury or whatever it is. Guys, By the way, this is the guy, who was defaming me, talking about I call him, in the night, So guys, I just want to update you all that now he is saying that he meant I call him out. Oh my God. Anyways, guys, I'm not even here to talk about him. Like I said, I do not have time for him. He has to produce receipts that I called him, that I've ever called him in my life. So let us talk about Masubo Zero. He has come out to echo the same sentiments as this guy, saying that Davy Jnr, lied about this whole thing. It is not true. There was no surgery done, But before we talk about that, let us first talk about what Masubo Zero, was saying. He started off by saying that, Congrats' dad had been arrested because of electricity issues. He said that these people have been lying to people about electricity, that they are thieves, that they used to steal electricity from the poles, connect electricity illegally to their home, or rather homes. And this brought a problem. That is why the electricity was cut off. Remember, guys, MORAA had electricity before. Before the party, if you all remember. And then all of a sudden, the electricity was cut off right before the party, and it never came back. MORAA opted to go for solar panels, and that is what they are using up to now. That is what MORAA is using at his home, and that is what Congrats' mom is using at her home. So this guy, Masubo Zero, came out to talk about this electricity issue, talking about these people have been stealing this electricity and, had been stealing the electricity, and they fell, into trouble with the KPLC, Kenya Power and Lighting Company, and Congrats' dad was arrested. Guys, he is saying that nobody really came out to highlight this issue. Guys, let us first listen to him.
Okay. Kenya was having electricity. At the past, everybody know in the village, he was having electricity. But because they steal, and also they were bragging that they have electricity, so when Kenya Power came, it was drama. Conrad was arrested. He was arrested and they pay a lot of money. And then nobody even exposed that. They were crying, saying that, oh, we have government, they didn't like you. How? How can other people have electricity and you don't have electricity? And you say that government is not fair to you. Why me, I have electricity? Why other people who even they don't, because you do brag that you have money. How comes that there's some people who don't have money but they have electricity? Why you people, you don't have? Because you are a thief. You steal electricity, and when Kenya Power knows, they arrested you and you come against them.
He has said it well, I almost believed the story. Guys, let me ask you all, what are people looking for, on these streets? Views, right? Tell me if a story about Congrats' dad being arrested, tell me if Masubo Zero broke, breaking news. Congrats' dad arrested. Tell me how that video would have been a banger. How it would have had clicks like crazy. How it would be raining views left, right, and center. And then he let it slide like that. He did not expose, and especially him being the king of exposing stuff. In fact, at the beginning of this video, he says that anybody, guys, who wants to have an interview with him, he is ready. Anybody who wants to expose anything, get in touch with him, have this interview, expose who you're exposing, expose what you're exposing. He is ready. That is his niche. That is what he is here to do. So are you telling me he knew about Congrats' dad being arrested at that particular time, and he just let it slide like that? He did not even do a small segment in his video? Guys, that is the reason why I do not believe that particular story. If he would have just said that story like that, maybe, just maybe, I would have believed it. If that part of Congrats' dad, had been arrested was not there. But now, that whole story has been watered down. It has become hot air. Hogwash. And then he spoke about MORAA pretending to do charity work. The MORAA is engaging himself in charity work, and yet he does not finish all these charity projects that he begins. So I was wondering, which charity projects exactly does he mean? And then he started to mention them. He said MORAA's own home is not complete. And then I'm like, is that a charity project? And then he goes on to say that Brian's place, is not complete. Brian's place is very okay, very good, very complete, very habitable. People have moved in. They are comfortable in the house. So what completion does he want? Aren't they better than they were, guys? He also spoke about Mama Ann's project, that it was never complete. Guys, as far as I'm concerned, a house that is habitable, people can stay inside comfortably. Some people even get into houses, to homes, without putting sinks. And they wash their utensils in buckets. That is a habitable house. The rest even you can finish. I'm sorry, guys. People enter houses without ceilings. Some of these things, if somebody has done for you most of the stuff, you can finish it yourself. Anywho, guys, according to me, a house that is habitable, people can stay inside, people are comfortable, and, most importantly, a house that is much better than what you guys had. Like, you guys were almost sleeping outside because you're in the house and it is raining on you. It is raining on you and yet you're in a house. A heart that is leaking. Guys, and somebody comes and builds your house just because they don't put 2 doors. Now that is a problem. That's a big deal. No, to me, Mama Ann's house was good to go. Brian's house, guys, that house is perfect. So according to what he has mentioned, and he also mentioned DeeMwango's house, it's a mess. How is it a mess, guys? It is still under construction. So to be very honest, makes no sense. MORAA and his charity projects that he has done, Brian's being one of them, he has made them comfortable, guys. We have seen them dancing over there. We have seen how joyous they are. We have seen Goko enjoying herself. Guys, nothing can beat that. So, according to me, there is no charity work that MORAA has begun that he has not finished. Or maybe he is the one who doesn't know which ones. Because the ones he has given clearly are not the ones. Oh, yes.
Okay, they are pretending to do charity like this Kenge. He pretend to do charity. But he have never complete any charity, any project in this our village. Even his own swamp. Tarazo, it was a mess. The house is reeking. Water raising from up to the walls. His whole swamp is wet. Brian grandma is a mess. Mama Ann's house, it was a mess. DeeMwango is a mess. Everything is a mess.
So guys, let us go to Brian. Let us go to this scam of a thing, this surgery scam, you know, that he is talking about, that he is saying Davy Jr. is running. Guys, he is saying that Davy Jr. is using brand vapor, or rather used brand vapor to make money out of his subscribers. He is saying that a brand vapor had this head injury, you know, which had been there for quite some time, that this guy has been falling off. Actually, he got this injury by falling off a bike while he was drunk. And this injury never quite got healed because, again, he fell down and hurt that part, you know, where the injury is. And he did it the third time, you know. So I guess he was trying to say that this brand vapor has been having this problem for a long time. And it all was caused by falling off a bike while drunk. And it is just a normal head injury. Nothing about the brain, nothing about, you know, brain surgery was required. So this thing that Davy is talking about, having taken Brian to, you know, for surgery, it is a hoax, it is a lie, according to Masubo Zero. Guys, he went on to say that he actually contacted the hospital in Kisii, whereby they told him this. Let's listen to Masubo Zero.
Because I have talked with one of the doctor. He told me a brain surgery, even in Kisii, they are not doing that. They didn't do that. And if they are doing that, it takes a lot. Because Lady J cheated people that it was 280,000 Kenya shilling. That brain surgery. But the reality is that the brain surgery, if you do a brain surgery, it is more than what Lady J said. So it was not a brain surgery. It was not a brain surgery. It was not. And that one, it would be happen in Kenyatta Hospital and some big hospital, which is a private hospital. They are doing that, but in a very expensive. And it take somebody when. Another thing that I have experienced from the doctor is that when you go a brain surgery, it takes you some days even to realize yourself. But how comes that it was 1 week Brian coming while he's drunk? That is my question.
That is well put, you know, well written, well scripted, well documented, you know. It's almost believable, you know, ish. Guys, even this one, I almost believed it, you know, until I started to ask myself a few questions. For instance, he has said that he spoke to a doctor in Kisii who told him that this kind of surgery, brain surgeries, are not done in Kisii, you know, and if they are done in private hospitals, and they cost a lot. So my question is, are they done or are they not done? Guys, do you understand? Like he has said, they are not done in Kisii, these brain surgeries. So again, if they are done in private hospitals. So that means they are done in �𝐎𝐒. You know, whether it's in public, private, they are done in �𝐎𝐒. And I just want to ask another question. �𝐎𝐒 Level 5 Hospital, which is the biggest, you know, public hospital in 𝐎𝐒. Are you telling me this government hospital, a big referral, you know, for that region, this particular hospital does not do brain surgeries? Maybe that's true. I think I'll find out. I gotta find out if 𝐎𝐒 Level 5 public big hospital does not do brain surgeries. So that was my contention, number one. Number two, remember, he has said that these particular surgeries are only done in private hospitals, right? Now, again, he says they are done in places like Kenyatta National Hospital in Nairobi. Kenyatta National Hospital is a public hospital. Guys, I'm confused. You know, first of all, they're not done in 𝐎𝐒. Again, they are done in private hospitals. I'm confused as to why one of the biggest 𝐎𝐒, you know, public hospitals is not doing surgeries. Maybe not. But now, let us go with the narrative that they're only done in private hospitals. Again, now, mentioning Kenyatta National Hospital, which is a public hospital in Nairobi, guys. Aish. Now, when it got to that, I was like, nah. This story, you know, even if it's well scripted like this, it is not adding up. You know, it is not making sense to me. Guys, let me know if it's making sense to any of you. You know. And, you know, this is actually a very serious thing. You know, if somebody is using somebody, lying about brain surgery, lying about, you know, all this money, because Masubo Zero is saying that Davy Jnr told people it's 280,000 shillings, and yet it is not. You know, that's not the cost of brain surgery. So guys, I feel like for this one, you know, because I also heard the other one who says that I call him in the night, you know, talking about this thing being a scam. I think maybe somebody should investigate, you know, because guys, it is very wrong, you know, to come out here and say that somebody is lying about such a serious thing. And I honestly don't think that Davy Jnr is this crazy to just start lying about something this big, this bad, you know, somebody's health, you know, for money. I honestly don't believe that. So first of all, I'm going to check with, you know, 𝐎𝐒, you know, public hospitals, if they don't do brain surgery. You know, and then again, guys, I mean, to be very honest, I feel like before people come out here to be, you know, to say this kind of serious allegations, they should really check these things out very well. I know Masubo Zero is saying that he spoke to a doctor in 𝐎𝐒, but I mean, the way he has explained it is very sketchy, you know, and honestly, to me, it is not believable. So I think I'll also follow up on this, maybe just investigate a little bit, because even me, I'd be very surprised, you know, if Davy Jnr is actually lying about this. You know, this can actually be very, very bad. You know. But I truly believe that Davy Jnr cannot lie about something like this. Because, guys, if Davy Jnr needs anything, you know, even if it's donations, Davy Jnr can come out there and just say the word, because his subscribers got his back. Guys, if they are sending him money to build for people houses, you know, and help people, you know, with many other things, why won't they send him money if he needs it? So I believe that this whole thing is not true, what these people are coming out with. I don't know what you all think, guys. Guys, something like sickness is not something for, people to joke about. This is somebody's life, So I feel like this whole thing should just come out, to light so that people can rest. It is so bad, guys, for people to be talking about, head surgery like it's a joke and, that people are lying and all this stuff. So I feel like this is one of the things that should actually be investigated, And I know, like I said, I believe that Davy Jr., somebody who can easily get money from his subscribers, there are people who love him to pieces out there. Guys, if they can give him money, I repeat, to help other people, how about himself? I am sure they would come out if at all he had any need. They would come out and assist him. So I don't see the reason as to why Davy Jr. would go about doing such such a serious thing, such a bad thing, for that matter. I don't think so, guys. I don't know what you all think, guys. Drop your thoughts, opinions, sentiments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, And if you have not subscribed to this channel, take this moment to hit the subscribe. If you have not liked the video, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Thank you so very much for the new subscribers in the house. I welcome you, with open arms. You are going to love it here. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Always, having my back, always coming back to watch my videos. Some of you always giving me advice, just being there to hold my hand, to make sure that I'm going in the right path. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. I do not take any of you for granted, guys. I truly, truly, appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Let us meet in the next video. Bye-bye.
I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. Truth is what I got to give. Speak the truth,